Hello there, a very good morning to you. It's just gone 6 o'clock. Our main news this morning is that water bills in England and Wales are expected to rise by at least 21% over the next year, isn't it? Who then face not having a proper water supply.
And what an art.
For example, you can be a campaigner, so you can go and give talks in the community cheer squad, which I think is a lovely idea.
A what squad?
You know, a cheer squad for Alzheimer's UK, for example. You're the ones that go and cheer people on. So take this because
then we go back to where,
of course, that these water companies have taken all this money out, but they've not put the money into the investment.
Yeah, that's
so
the
now, then taxpayers would have to pay an absolute fortune taken out.
I agree.
What went wrong then? Where was the failure? Was it Ofwat's failure because they weren't having sufficient oversight over this? They're the government for not cracking down harder and making sure that this situation to temper the rises that actually the water company wanted. The water company, financially, they're not going to survive unless they get bigger bigger rises. Compensation payments were made. Because of the way that it was communicated. So take a look at the front page of the Eye today. Pensions protest grows for staff. Potentially be very embarrassing, couldn't it? Because if then Labour MPs are voting against this, because we know, obviously, from the pictures that we've seen and have stated there,
but I
think this will be then, you know, not just for the government on issues like, as we were just saying, on the wider trust issue. Next 5 years, we're expecting an official announcement by the regulator Ofwat in the next hour.
Well, water companies have called for even bigger increases to help fund £88 billion of investment to upgrade ageing infrastructure, and they say to prevent sewage leaks and pollution. Well, this morning, tens of thousands of homes in Hampshire, with incredible irony, have no water after a major fault at a supply works. They could be out until the weekend. Our chief correspondent...
Well, that is our top story. So frustrating for those people in Hampshire.
On the day that the bill...
There'll be a lot of anger about this from people. Do get in touch if that's how you're feeling this morning, because after 7 o'clock we're going to be speaking to the Ofwat boss, Chris Walter, as well as the singer and clean water campaigner, Fergal Sharkey. And we'll also be discussing it further with the broadcaster, Nels Abbey, and the former Conservative Chancellor, Kwasi Kwarteng. First, though, Sean is here to bring us up the affair, but I imagine the suggestions are, aren't they, that, you know, he didn't want to be a distraction, or maybe people didn't want him to be a distraction.
Or maybe he didn't want Charles to come up and say, what have you done?
So, could have been some awkward conversations. But then, you know, Christmas time is about bringing people together, isn't it? And whatever's happened, whatever sort of family grievances there might be.
Not if you're a Windsor.
But there we go.
Business comes first.
Perhaps you could use the extra time to do some volunteering over Christmas, because that's what we're asking people to do, isn't it, with our 1 million minutes campaign.
Good one.
Throughout this month, we're asking you to pledge some of your time to